Hello everyone, I am here today to show you pieces from my FLEUR dress, and this is all white cutwork satin with clear sequins and white pearl beads. Let me just get the business part of this out of the way first real quick, and then I'll get to showing you what appliques I have available. So I do ship worldwide. I do payments through PayPal. If you have not purchased from me or haven't purchased from me for a long time, or your email's changed or anything, I will need your email address. You can either leave it below or you can send it to me in an email, and my email is in the description box, as are the details of each piece that I have available and the prices. Prices do not include shipping. Please note that I do try very hard to ship via the cheapest option possible. Let's see what else. Oh, please leave any and all requests for items below. If you wish to send me an email as well, that is fine. But when you leave comments below, it helps me to see who requested things first and to keep things in order. So I do very much appreciate it if your order requests are below. I do reserve the right to limit quantities, though I don't usually do so. And I think that's everything. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. That's probably the easiest and fastest way to get in touch with me. So, as I said, these are cutwork pieces. The first piece I have for you guys are these double flowers. Now, I only have 8 of these available. The one that I'm showing you right here is cut, and I am offering these at a cut and an uncut price. They have these beautiful clusters of the pearls and the sequins making up the double flower here. So these are about 8.5 inches long by about 3 inches wide. Again, I have 8 available. These are $2 cut or $1 uncut, meaning that you would have to fussy cut this yourself if you get it uncut. And I want to say that with very few exceptions, cut work always means you have to fussy cut around the edge. Sometimes if it's on tulle you can rip it rather than cutting it, but these are not pieces that you can remove from the satin backing because it is part of the fabric. It's just a different technique. So that's number 1, double flowers. Then I have just 3 of these available, and these I'm calling teardrops. Could have called them medallions, but we'll go with teardrops. And I'll pick that up so you can see the detail there. Okay. These are about 8.5 inches long by about 5 inches wide. And these will come to you cut. This one right here is hard to see. It's on tulle, and I just need to trim around the edge there. But these will come to you cut, and these are $2 each, and I just have 3 of those available. Next, I have what I'm calling flower yardage. So a lot of this dress, the work on this dress, let me zoom out a little bit here because that will be better. Okay, so a lot of it was sort of appliques work or cut work that wasn't distinct pieces, and so you had a lot of overlapping. There are a few places on any of the pieces that you might get where there was some overlapping, and you might see like a pearl missing or something like that. But anyway, so this is an example right here of what I'm calling the flower yardage. So in some places there will be a completely distinct cut like that, and then in other places it will be overlapped like it is there and just about there too. This part down here I have pre-cut so you can see what it looks like. And then of course, if you get this, if you get a yard or 2 yards of this, there's many different ways that you can then cut it up to use the pieces. If you choose to cut it yourself, it will have either tulle or satin or both. I think all of it is both, but I'm not completely sure. So, flower yardage. I have 4 yards available, and that's about a yard right there. So, it's a nice piece, okay? So I have about 4 yards of that available. And I am only offering it uncut, actually. I have cut that first yard, but you may get lucky and get that piece. But I'm only offering this uncut because it's quite a lot of work. And I'm asking $3 a yard for that. And you will get at least, how many flowers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 in a yard, okay? So $3 per yard for that, 4 yards available. Then I have the hem. Now I have multiple different sizes and pieces of hem, but they are all going to look like this. So it's this sort of triangular shape with pearls and sequins all over, and then this heavy cluster in the middle of each piece. A yard is going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 of those pieces. And this is about 5 inches deep here. So, up first, I just have cut hem. This is item number 4. And again, I'll have details in the description box too. Item number 4 is hem cut. 4 yards available, and I am asking $4 per yard for this. And again, that will give you about 9 of these. Now, I also have available in the hem, I have some hem on satin. So it's going to look like this, okay? So it will be satin both sides. Each piece is 1 1/2 yards. It's actually a little bit over, but we'll say 1 1/2 yards. I have 2 pieces available. So this is 5A, okay? Hem on satin. 1 1/2 yard piece. Cut, if you want me to cut, fussy cut both sides, $6 for the piece. Uncut is $4.50 for the piece, okay? Then I also have yardage on satin, which will look exactly the same. I'm not changing the pieces because they all look exactly the same. So I have yardage. And for the yardage, I am only offering uncut. I have 4 yards available, and that is $3 per yard. And I realize this is a little bit tricky because there's so many different kinds of hem. As I said, just look in the description box and hopefully everything will make sense. So that was 5A, was the 2 pieces available, 1 1/2 yards each, and B was the yardage. Then we do move on to something different, which is a 2-piece set of interconnected pieces. And I'm just pulling them into frame. Hang on 1 second. And this is item 6. So this is a case again where there's overlap. You can see it right there. And there, for instance. So rather than cutting these apart, I'm just going to leave them like this. So there's the first piece right there, and then here's the second piece, which actually almost looks like a medallion the way that they're put together. So that's the second piece, okay? So I just have one set of these 2 pieces, and they will come on the tool as you're seeing them right now, and that is I'm changing my price right now as I'm doing it. I'm dropping the price. I'm asking $6.50 for that. Okay, so it's uncut, but it's on the tool, and then you can decide how you want to cut it exactly. And then finally, oh no, sorry, this is not the last thing. The next to last thing I have is these pieces, and there are 11 flowers here in a variety of sizes. The smallest ones look like this, and then there are two of the largest ones, and they look like this. Okay, the light just changed. I'm so sorry. It's just that time of day. It's evening. So it is a flower set. There's just one of these available. These will come to you also on the tool, as you see here, so uncut. And I am asking $7 for that. So that's 11 flowers for $7. And then finally, we have the bodice, which I put down and now I can't find. Here it is. Okay, so let me show you the bodice. Let me pull out. Oh, I am all the way out apparently. So let me move just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So this is the bodice. You will have these short sleeves that will give you a little bit to work with there. The front and back, especially the front, I think you can actually use this more easily than many. I'm going to show you the inside. So there are stitches that, and hopefully you can see that, there are stitches here that run between pearls and sequins, and they do in places like here go between two different elements, but this actually really is not that bad compared to the stitching on the back of most bodices. So it wouldn't be too complicated to cut out one of these. You would want to do some gluing on the back beforehand, but it really wouldn't be too bad. Okay, so that bodice, and it is quite large. This was a size 14, 16, something like that. So you've got quite a lot here, and that's the back, by the way. Okay, so I am asking $10 for the bodice. No, stop that. I'm asking $7.50 for the bodice. I'm in a good mood. When I get rid of it, no. I'm gonna just ask $7.50. Okay. So hopefully this wasn't too confusing. I apologize. I know, like I said, it was a little bit more difficult than most because of all the different sizes and of the hems and stuff. But hopefully it made sense, and thank you so much for watching. As I said, please contact me via email, or you can leave comments below if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.